Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Today's episode powered by Hayabusa. It's all about spin kick defense. You got to be able to defend the spinning back kick as well as the spinning hook. All right, in today's episode, we're talking about defending spinning kicks. Now, when I talk about spinning kicks, there's two types of variations you need to understand, okay? We have a spinning back kick, right, where I'm hitting with my heel. Then we have a hook kick, right? Both are spin attacks. Now, when we talk about defending them, and if I'm here with Darrell first, now, when I first throw my spinning kick, right, I'm most likely gonna throw a spinning back kick to the liver. I'm gonna try to hit that liver, right? Now, after I spin and hit the liver, right, most people are gonna wanna protect their liver by bringing their head down, and this is when I change it to the hook kick. So this is what you have to be careful of. Someone who's good will just from here. So when they turn and they chamber from this spin kick position, you don't know if it's going to a back kick or they switch it to a hook kick. So you have to be aware of that, okay? So that's the main thing. Now, when we're talking about defense, distance management is going to be your first best friend. Now, if you want to watch a fight of mine where I have to defend spinning hook kicks, it would be my fight with Raymond Daniels. If you know Raymond Daniels, he's got all those two-touch back kicks. He's so quick and explosive with his back kicks and his hook kicks. So I had to be very careful. He has so many spin kick knockouts. So for me, the strategy was all about distance management. And then we'll get into some of the more specific tactics. So first things first, if you look at that fight, okay, the main thing is I'm attacking and I'm pressuring with a high guard. Now, with my high guard, right, at least I can defend the hook kick if it's here or my elbows in the way of the body. So right away, if I'm pressuring Darrell throws, right, boom, look, I can stay in here with a tight shell, right, to defend the kick. Now, if the hook kick comes, right, same thing, my hand is here to be able to defend it, okay? So using the high guard. Now, at least if I'm going to hit with the high guard, I'm defending both because I don't know what's coming. Now, what you'll notice, what you want to do is you want to feint a lot, right? By me feinting, I want to see the reaction. Yes, so as soon as I start seeing my opponent start turning their shoulder or maybe taking the step, that reaction knows they're starting to spin, okay? So right away, if I start feinting and if I see that, there's two options. I feint, and then say he goes to throw, I just exit my way out, and then I'll work my way back in, okay? So I'm gonna be right out if I could to avoid it, okay? A lot of times, if someone's good, you can't evade it. So what happens now, as soon as I feint and I see the spin, boom, I crash that distance, and this is where I want to be. Now, if I'm in MMA, I go right to my body lock. Beautiful, right? As soon as he spins here, boom, I come in, I get my body lock position, and then I'm stuck to their back. I can start getting them down and start working my stuff, okay? If I'm kickboxing or if I want to continue to strike, I'll pressure in here, right? And then I can attack, pressure, cut my angles. So I want to close the kick, okay? Now, a lot of times, a lot of these guys jump into it. So as I pressure them, boom, you'll notice that they fall down or they won't be able to handle it because of that pressure, okay? So there was your first two strategies, right? Feinting one, feinting, and then I move out of the way once I notice they're going to attack, or I feint, and as soon as I see them spin, I go right inside, right? Whether I go for a body lock, a clinch, or I just stay in here and I start boxing and fighting, I can do that as well, okay? So those are the main ones. Now, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to understand which direction the kick is coming from, right? Because even if I move, right, say I evade and I move this way and it's long and that hook kick comes, I have to be aware of which way I circle. So now ideally I know that leg's coming, so as soon as it comes, I start circling out the other way. I go away from the kick, not circling into it, because if I circle into it, right, boom, I'm adding power to the kick. So if I feint and I know it's coming this way, I'm going to start circling out away from the kick. Okay, so those are your main types of strategies here. So once again, as soon as I start seeing that spin, I feint, I can evade. Step two, I feint, I crash right in to my closing of the distance, right? Grab a body lock or stay in there to fight. I've eliminated the kick and I've exposed the back. Now, if I feint two, I'm going to start circling out this way, especially off a spinning back kick, right? If the back kick comes and I just pivot out here, now I'm in a perfect angle and position to counter. Okay, now some of the other strategies that you would want to do is you want to kind of stay in the range, right? So what I do here, if I sit here and I start punching at Darrell, right, and I'm mixing here, I'm gonna stay on him, okay? Now, what he needs is that space. So as soon as I stop, he's gonna go. But if I stay on him here, right, and I keep a more of a pressure style fight, it's gonna be very difficult for him to throw, okay? So if I am gonna do it, I'm gonna get in here, see, from here, and then as soon as I even anticipate something, I'm here. So he's already eliminate the back kick by doing that high guard pressure. Okay? Now, with these guys who are dynamic, don't be scared to clinch up with them, grab them, wear them down a little bit, and that's a very important strategy. Now, what you can do too, again, I mean, it's dangerous, but as soon as you see, you could attack off of that kick too. As soon as you see the kick, boom, I'll just throw a straight strike out, right? You got to be careful because if I do this, look, boom, right? And that kick comes upstairs. So understanding the range is important. If I'm going to throw something here, right, even across, say I'm in this range, and he throws a spinning back kick, look, boom, back kick is going to touch my liver, right? So I punch here, back kick, bang. So I have to be careful. I'm not going to sit here and throw from here. When I throw it, look, I come in here, then I throw. I'm going to close my distance first and then throw my punches rather than being out here and then throwing from there, because that's when I'm going to get countered, okay? So making sure you're in the right position before you throw, close your distance, move out of the range, try to tie them up as best as possible. Now, this is an open space, so when you do pressure fight, keep them against the ropes, right? Keep them tracking. One of the main strategies I used in my Raymond Daniels fight was high guard pressure, right? Being able to eliminate the spin attack or something jumping. And then when he was against the ropes, right, there's no ability for him to spin. What happens is he's got to go this way, right? As soon as he circles, I'm able to hit. If he goes this way, I start chopping the legs. So whichever direction he moved, I was able to counter with my lateral tracking. Okay, so yes, you can defend the spin kick once, twice, but your ultimate strategy should be to pressure fight with good range control, good feints, and understanding different angles. As soon as the spin comes, cutting your angle, going in, clinching, you know, punching in mid-range and not punching from out of range to be able to counter, okay? So it might sound obvious, but it's definitely about your movement and understanding of where you are in the ring. Feinting is that important. You want this reaction. But if someone's good at a spin kick, right, they don't need this motion, so it becomes very difficult to see. So they'll be from here, right away, boom, they spin right to it. They hide it. They take away the telegraph. So it can be a little bit harder to understand when they're going to throw it. That's why pressure is important. And like I said, you don't know. Someone who's good with it, you don't know if it's going to be a back kick to the liver or a hook kick to the head. Pressure takes away both kicks, right? If they come from this chamber, jam the chamber. This way they can't even get the kick out themselves, okay? Pressure, body lock, grab them, then the fight becomes yours, all right? Hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Hope you continue to subscribe to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. And I just want to say thank you for everyone who's subscribed. So far, we did hit the 100,000, so thank you for everyone who's subscribed. We got to have a next goal to create. So let's go to 250,000. So share the channel with your friends, and let's keep building it. So thank you once again for that. Keep supporting the channel by supporting our sponsors. First, we have Hayabusa. If you go to hayabusafightcom, linked in the description below, you can find all the gear that I wear in my videos and on my training. We have Perfect Sports Nutrition, right? Using code Bazooka20 gets you 20% off your supplements. That's all linked below as well. Last but not least, bazookatraining.com, online curriculum taught by me, and you get brand new videos every single week. And they're kind of changed up for you, so depending on the equipment you have, you can still get a good workout. We have home workouts, bag workouts, tutorials, sparring drills, something for everyone. Now with an archive library approaching probably close to 700 videos at this point. So less than $10 a month, you can have your gym membership and then your supplemental online learning to maximize your learning of martial arts. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. We'll see you next time at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Welcome to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA online training. I'm Bazooka Joe Valtellini, the owner here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Over the past year, I've designed and created a website to teach Bazooka curriculum at home and across the world. The purpose of this website is for you to, one, hit your fitness and health goals, all while learning world-class martial arts instruction from me. The beautiful thing about this website, it's geared for all levels. So if you're learning martial arts for the first time as a beginner, we help you progress into the bigger stages. And if you're a pro fighter, guess what? We have different fight concepts for you to improve your tool set and your skills in the ring or cage. As the fastest rising kickboxing world champion and a lifelong martial artist with over 30 years of experience, I've been able to combine my passion for martial arts and teaching to create this website. This website's gonna give you some of the tricks, secrets, and inside look at some of the training I use to win my world title. Once you subscribe to this site, you're gonna be getting weekly training videos and tutorials that you can do from anywhere. The sections are broken up into 3 parts. The first is bag workout. So if you have a bag at home or at your gym, you can use these workouts to supplement your training. The second is at-home workouts. A lot of us don't have the room for a bag or a bag in general, so these workouts are for no equipment needed and you can do them anywhere. And finally, the tutorial section. If you're having any problems with a specific technique or fight concept that's covered in any of the workouts, go to the tutorial section, learn the technique, and then go back to the workout, and this time, do it with proper technique. One of the added benefits once you subscribe is the forums section, where you can get a more personalized experience where you can ask questions and I'll be able to go in there and answer them. It's all about building a team and a community of martial artists helping each other grow. So subscribe now to get access to all the videos plus more so you can be part of the squad here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA.